In our state today, as lawmakers continue to debate new abortion restrictions, the South Carolina Supreme Court actually weighed in and decided to put a temporary block on the state's fetal heartbeat law just hours ago. That law was put into effect back in June, just days after the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Now, the fetal heartbeat law bans abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. There are exceptions for rape or incest or to save the mother's life. But now the state Supreme Court has unanimously decided to block that law, granting an emergency request from the state abortion providers for a temporary injunction as a discussion over the law continues. And the state Supreme Court's unanimous decision is now generating a lot of reactions as expected from our state leaders. Governor Henry McMaster's spokesperson issued a statement on this injunction. Brian Sims says, "We always knew that we would need to fight to defend the Fetal Heartbeat Act. We did successfully so in the federal court system, and we are confident that we will prevail in the state court." Meanwhile, Joe Cunningham also released a statement on the blocking of the fetal heartbeat law. Cunningham says, in part, South Carolina Supreme Court decision is great news for the people of South Carolina. Today's ruling is a sign that the people of South Carolina want more freedoms and not less. This comes just hours after the South Carolina senators held their first public hearing on more restrictive abortion legislation, and it comes one day after House lawmakers advanced their bill to the floor for debate. News 19's Becky Buds is at the State House with the very latest on that discussion.
The right to an abortion will create more barriers for the disability community. People with disabilities, we deserve the right to access the medical treatment we need.
I'm one of those that some call a mistake, an unwanted pregnancy, an exception.
One by one, more than 100 speakers testifying in front of Senate lawmakers Wednesday on whether the state should restrict abortion access more than it already does. The Senate's proposed legislation, known as the Equal Protection at Conception No Exceptions Act, would fully ban abortion in the state. It would also make it illegal to aid a person seeking an abortion and help a minor cross state lines to receive an abortion. It would also bar people from hosting a website or internet service with information that is, quote, reasonably likely to be used for an abortion and directed at pregnant people in the state. Unlike the state's current law, the bill has no exceptions for pregnancies caused by rape or incest.
Voiceless lives growing inside of a mother can be a victim or a survivor, and it's within your power to make that decision.
Or denying access to critical health care, including abortion care, increases the danger a victim is in and decreases their ability to seek safety or leave their abusive partner.
The full Senate will meet in September and is expected to debate the legislation that is voted out of the House. Reporting at the State House, Becky Buds, News 19 WLTX.
All right, thank you so much, Becky. And state lawmakers are expected to continue debating the new abortion proposals in both the House and the Senate through the next 2 months. So we'll keep you posted. But speaking of the House and what that bill would look like, that bill that they have would ban nearly all abortions, and it's headed to the floor of the House following yesterday's passage by the Judiciary Committee. So that law wouldn't actually allow for any exceptions for rape or incest, but it does provide protections for the life of the mom. This bill also includes a limited number of health conditions that would allow doctors to perform abortions. The bill doesn't criminalize South Carolinians for seeking an abortion, but it does include penalties if a doctor performs it. House lawmakers are set to take up that new law late in August. And as state lawmakers continue to debate further restrictions, and as we continue to follow what this ruling from the South Carolina judges is going to mean too, of course, you got to keep updated. Make sure you tune into WLTX.com to follow this story, and also our News 19 app. It's free.